Alright, so this is Mxgp 2019 in a compare contrast the first person view of what we can what 2019 is and what 2020 is. Okay, when you see third person, we'll just talk about this. Our main objective is to talk about first person, but we're going to talk about third person too. Third person immediately auto centers no matter what we do. It's controllable. It stays right there in the middle. You can see my little black dot maybe on the screen. It's right on the back of his head right now. Anyway, use that dot for reference. Hard to see. Alright, so we got that. As soon as I turn the bike left, right, immediately the screen starts, the screen goes back. Alright, let's go to first person. Alright, let's start out slow because this is where I'm having the biggest problem on 2020. As soon as I turn, the camera follows the bike. Alright, it doesn't follow it perfectly, but even on a real dirt bike, it's not going to follow it perfectly. Alright, but it's usable. I can control this. I can still do all my Enduro stuff. Alright. Even if we go to the goggle view, it immediately turns with it. Turns with the bike, the camera. Alright. Alright, so another thing is we're going to go over to these rocks. Find some rocks over here. I'll show you what a lot of people like to do with this game. It's called Enduro. Extreme Enduro, Hard Enduro. People all have their different types of Enduro, Enduro Cross in some spots. Alright, we don't just buy this for the motocross stuff. Alright, we like to do a little bit of the Enduro stuff too. Get to a spot where I can talk about it. Alright. See some of the slower stuff. Get a little bit of traction. Alright. In this game, the physics are pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good to where you can do some of the hard Enduro stuff. Right? A little bit of throttle control. You can control it just like you would, lug it up just like you would real life. That's pretty awesome. That's why we play this game, for the simulation aspect of real life. I mean, I have my Enduro Cross and Trials area 100 meters from my house. Alright. Couple tens of thousands of dollars Enduro Cross track of my own. And sometimes I like to just sit in here and play around and do some trial stuff on the game. You know, some of us are really into that kind of stuff, alright? Doing hill climbs, right. So we got this, we know that we can, the camera works great, alright? I mean, it's not perfect. I was hoping to be a little bit better, but then let's go into 2020. Let's talk about that real quick. And we're doing it back to back, alright? You can see back to back. Now the Enduro part, the map for Enduro on 2020 is insane. There's so many lines I found already. I'm so excited to play that, get some filming on it, do some compare and contrast with real life, you know? I feel like the physics where the bike comes up at 12 o'clock, I feel like you can give us just a little bit more, maybe an Enduro setting. Beggars can't be choosers, but that would be sick. Our bike can come up a little bit more at 12 o'clock so we can splatter on rocks, land down. That would be so sick. But let's get these camera fixed so I can actually play this game. I'm pretty stoked about this game. I've been waiting. I checked the marketplace daily for this game like a crackhead, waiting and watching for this game. I was super, super stoked. All right, this is on Xbox One. All right. Literally, as soon as this game dropped, I knew within minutes because I jumped on here, I seen it, I bought it, I downloaded it, ready to go. All right. We're just gonna do standard physics. Advanced is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit better. Not enough to realize, but we're just gonna do what most people are gonna do. That'd be cool if it had standard right here, advanced or hard enduro. So it would give us a little bit more of that, more of the standard feeling, but more of the 12 o'clock. That would be sick. Beggars can't be choosers. But if you want to set this game up to be like the top dog, there's no contender on the planet. You won board place, park place, and boardwalk on Monopoly. This is the game to go to. That's what you're gonna do. All right. If you gave us that little bit of option, you know, you're going to be labeled number one. You're going to be the Graham Jarvis, the Tony Bow of Mxgp world, of the dirt bike world. You're going to be the greatest of all time, the GOAT, all right? You're Ricky Carmichael of video games, per se. No contender right there. Now, MX versus ATV, I do like that game. You can do a little bit more of the stuff I'm talking about. If you want, I can jump on that real quick and show you by flicking the switch like that. You can, look, I even got the Monster Pro Circuit Energy jersey on. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this, and you can see on MX versus ATV some of the stuff you can do on that that's cool for enduro, but they just don't have the maps that MXGP does. They just don't. They don't have this stuff. This is, you have to go to the motocross track and you do some cool stuff, but this Unreal Engine on here is sick, right? This is the problem. I'm left stuck out here in field. How am I supposed to see, right? It's no auto center. It doesn't auto center back. I mean, it starts to a little bit. If I want to make a turn, I can't see anything. All right, I'm left staring. I mean, who's going to be staring at their shoulders, right? You can't see anything. You can't even ride fast or take any turns. You just can't see anything. Goggle view, it's no difference. The same. It's even, maybe it's even worse. All right. This responsive. Look at how responsive that is. Camera. As soon as I turn, boom, boom. There he goes. Boom, boom. There it is. This. No, the lag time is atrocious. All right, it's not even usable. But look at all these rocks and stuff they have. Look at all this enduro potential of lines. But see, I can't even like do pivot turns in here because it's so, the camera's so jacked up, right? It's like super twitchy and I can't see where I'm going, you know? Make it give me a headache just in a couple of seconds, right? Look how twitchy this bike is. No bike would do that. All right, but see, if I want to go over this wall and stuff, no, see, that's the physics on that. You can tell the traction physics are much better. All right, but I get into some place like this where I need to turn right to get over this wall, and I can't see the line I'm going up to, so I get lost and I have to back up. I can't set up multiple cool lines, right? And I just can't see. Can't see to play a game. I'm stuck in this little spot right here. So it needs to be back a little bit where I can see the bars a little bit better. That's what you're gonna do in real life. It needs to be able to, I need to be able to turn and see. All right. I do all this stuff daily in real life, enduro cross and trials and stuff. But you see that physics right there with the rock and the body weight, even in standard form, is amazing. Right? It's really, really good. And I see where it's going. I'm super stoked about that. The traction's a little bit better. All right. It'd be cool to be able to set up like different types of tires so we get different traction, different stuff. That'd be cool. That's probably coming, but here in the next couple of Mxgps. But I'm telling you right now, people are not super stoked. They were waiting. They feel like they ordered a Mxgp and got Excite Bike or something, you know? They're not super duper stoked. They are stoked. That's the thing, is they are stoked, but they're kind of disappointed right now. Alright. So is this cool? Yeah. Finally, look at that physics. You see that physics where I was able to pop up, like that's where the 12 o'clock would be a little bit, just a little bit less, where I can wheel a little bit higher and get up. That would be super cool. And to be able to splatter rocks and stuff like that, especially when you got to come up to, see, it just, the camera's so laggy. I think I'm turning, but it's not. It's just, I'm using both sticks to try to mitigate it. But the bike's super, super twitchy. You see how twitchy this is compared to the other one? That's not real life, and it's twitchy like that because I'm trying to get it centered. So it makes it riding, it's not as much fun. That 12 o'clock splatter, like tight. See, now I'm stuck in these rocks. I can't even see my line to go down. I wanted to follow that rock line. A lot of potential. A lot of potential. I'm super stoked. Like right here, I want to be able to come up here, hit that rock splatter across that. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm like getting crazy nerdy about this. I just kind of want to go ride this place in real life instead of in the game, because I can't even use first person, you know? I mean, right here, I could take my trials bike up, splatter that, boom. But just like, look at all the potential, like this rock right here, right? Left, where I want to go left. I can't see, I can't see. It's just so twitchy. I want to be able to, I should be able to move in real life, wherever you move your head is where the bike's going. This, wherever the bike's going, your head finally starts to go that way. Like, look at all this stuff. This would be so cool to ride this place in real life, but it's cool that we got this in this game. And I'm not saying it's a terrible game. It's an awesome game. It's just that we got what we expected, and what we got is two different things. We expected A+ quality, and we got kind of C+ quality or C- quality, and that's kind of making people not so happy. Like, see, I can't even, there's so many lines here to choose from, so much cool enduro stuff to do that I can't even see. Where on 2019, I can, you're not seeing everything perfectly, but like, look at that. All I'm trying to do, oh, there's no backup button either. That's another thing. No backup. I guess you ain't backing up in real life. You just got to go back up to your spot. But in real life, you had shattered ribs and all that stuff. You know, but I see so many super duper cool lines. But one thing is, you can't get that front end up too high. You immediately fall down. I even have my rear brake set up back here, left side, then clutch right here, so I can get to it easier. And then A. But what I did find out is, I was trying to work at it, is A, this bike will actually do a stoppie. That unlocks a ton of enduro potential. A ton. Alright, being able to do a stoppie. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out the technique. I started figuring out the pivot turn on the other game. See, like the camera's stuck down there. It's just the camera. First person camera is terrible. I can't do it. I'm not doing third person. I didn't buy the game to play third person. I bought the game to do first person. Let's go through and we'll talk about some of the other potentials you can do with a game. With a game. Now I want to see, I see where Mxgp is going with some of the physics that this game has. This game's handling, first person, all that stuff's pretty good, but the handling of it sucks. It's Mxgp is a lot better. We're gonna go through and talk about what you can do, because you can actually bunny hop your bike, double blip up fences and stuff like that. It's been a while since I played. It's been focused on Mxgp 2019, so, and actually real riding in real life. So I'm gonna go through here and see what would be kind of cool to do on Mxgp. Add this little enduro technique, maybe Mxgp 2021. But right now, Mxgp 2020 is kind of seeming like the real world of 2020. We expected something great, got something kind of mediocre. Now the maps and everything, they look sick. Some of the physics on it feel sick. Like I said, I wish I get a little bit more 12 o'clock, but everything is super, super sick, except for the camera views, how twitchy the bike is. That's absolutely atrocious. It's not even meeting in the middle, all right? Anyway, I gotta remember how to play this game. Let's go to my garage. I'm gonna go to vehicle. All right, how do we do this here? Get the two-stroke. Even the two-stroke in 2019, I ran a Husqvarna. Probably lame. This stuff's super slow. Makes 450. Nah. I guess this is the 250 here. All right. Anyway, the camera on this 2019 is obviously better than this. All right. Let's go choose a spot. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I gotta remember how to do this again. Free ride. Let's go to a lot of different potential on those spots, but let's go to one I can show you a little bit easier. This Crescent one, where is this one? Bighorn.